very nice presentation. I love the quotes on live with automation. So very nice. Thank you so much for sharing that perspective. And people, process, technology. We are a technology company, so we love to talk about technology all day. But it's always good to get some wake-up call once in a while that it's not just the technology, but it's the people and the process around it that's very important also. So thank you so much for sharing that. Very insightful. I have about 20 minutes, and then we'll have some Q&A also after that. We will talk a little bit about how technology is impacting the world of finance and world of shared service centers in about 20 minutes. The focus of this presentation will be mostly B2B companies. I saw there were a lot of B2B attendees in the attendee list. So I just want to set the context as you are listening to next 15-20 minutes. If you are from B2B world, great, this is probably for you. If you're not from B2B world, think of your friends, etc. Not to say B2C is not important, just that that's where our experience is, that's where our expertise lie, and we are sharing with you what our experience and expertise is, so in that context. So with that, just to wake up also everybody, how many people here from B2B industries? That is a complete lie. So I know there are more people from B2B who are not raising their hands. So let me ask that question again. Otherwise, I have 20 minutes. I can make everybody get up, do exercise, do yoga, right? So depending on how much you want. How many people here from B2B industries? Okay, that's a little bit better. About 20 people over there. Still, I think a lie because I saw the attendee list. But let's go with that. This thing. How many people in shared service centers think cost optimization is the number one thing that they need to focus on? Only one. 2, 3, 4. How many people think innovation is something that they need to think of in order to grow the cost of centers? Okay, I see a lot more hands going up. That's very good, excellent. That makes my job a lot easier because we'll talk a lot about balancing cost and innovation themes that we need to go through in this part. So one of the things that we'll talk about in this is autonomous software. Is this word familiar to people, autonomous software? No. AI, familiar to people? Okay, a lot more people familiar with AI. So autonomous software is just a new buzzword coming out of Silicon Valley for next generation AI. Basically, it's saying AI that works with the humans. AI just runs on models in the background, that's AI. AI that works with humans, adapts to humans is autonomous software. A very good example for this is you are driving a car, you learn over time how to drive the car, where to stop, where not to stop, and the machine keeps learning. It's not just the algorithm that Tesla built into their cars on day one, right? So that's autonomous software. So to our last speaker's context, it is not about automation that's working on its own, it's automation that's learning, working with humans. Do ABC, but don't do DEF, because I learned over the last 1 month, you always rejected plain things like ABC, right? So that's our autonomous software. We'll talk a little bit about that. Okay. We are not the only ones talking about this, right? So this quote is actually from Google, a CFO, head of finance. Everything that can be automated in the world of finance, they want to automate their using AI, right? And this quote they gave in Wall Street Journal. This was a quote that they issued when they were not our customers. Since then, Google has signed up to be one of our largest customers, and they're doing the complete automation of the CFO's office by using AI. And we'll talk some of the things that Google is also looking at it. Why are we impacting? How is automation going to impact Office of Finance, etc.? What we talk about, right? The big benefits, as shared service center heads try to look at, the ones that really stand out to me is operational cost, DSO improvement, etc. Right? So innovation is important, cost savings is important, both are important, right? You're going to get cost savings by using innovations. So how is AI going to deliver all these things to you? And we'll show you some of these examples in next 10 minutes. And then what I would love to do towards the end of this presentation, I'll come back to this slide and I will ask you whether you would agree that all the AI that we showed you next 10 minutes, will it impact your DSO, will it impact your cost savings, will it impact your automation of this one, right? So this is a slide we'll come back to, and we'll do a quick check on for people if you're delivering to these messages that we want to deliver to. What you're going to hear from us is not something we are just talking about this thing. We are rated Gartner MQ number 1, top right corner. We are rated IDC by MQ number 1, right? So both Gartner and IDC rate us number 1 in the category. That's because we have literally who's who of world largest customers working with us. I think Coca-Cola is in this room today. Coca-Cola in US is our customer. Google I spoke about is their customer. So big names like this are our customers across the world globally using it. In context, as I said the context about us, we as a company introducing our mission, our founder has declared the mission is going to be, we are going to build automations and AI machines for niche, narrow problems in a CFO's office. That's all we will do, right? So we have found 7-8 problems that we have solved for, and we'll show you some of those AI machines. And then how do we keep doing those things? That's what we focus on. We started out building AI machines for invoice to cash. We'll show you some AI machines over there. Within invoice to cash, we have multiple AI machines. The big ones are how do you apply cash that's getting paid by your B2B customers? How do you enforce collections plans? How do you approve credits that the people are doing about? Some of these AI machines are over there. And then we've recently added AI machines for record to report and treasury also. But just to give a context around it, we'll show you some AI machines to demo, and we'll go back to whether those machines are improving the DSOs and operational savings, etc. That's part of it, right? So that's just one line introduction to customers. As I mentioned, some of the largest customers across the globe are using our AI machine. In some of the big names that you would be familiar with, Unilever, Procter & Gamble, Adidas, Coca-Cola. In the tech world, you are familiar with Uber, Hewlett-Packard. I saw some speakers, some audience members from Hewlett-Packard also, Walmart, Linux, Toro. Literally, many of these implementations have been done in India also. Mondelez, Sanofi, Kerry, Hindustan Liver, etc. These are India implementations for these AI machines that have happened on this part. Yeah? How does this AI machine work? So a lot of people ask us how. I am all using SAP. How many people here are using SAP? ERP, okay. And how many people are using Oracle? Okay, few months, right? So whichever ERP you're using, the AI machine works with ERP as a single source of truth. We take data from ERP, we update, do some AI analysis on it, and we bring data back into ERP, right? So that's how the AI machine works. It takes data from SAP ERP and then does some magic that we'll show you a little bit, and then it puts data back in ERP. Your financial analyst interacts with this AI machine, and we make your life easy to interact with that AI machine. Right? As I mentioned, there are multiple AI machines available. Just talking to some audience before the conference, I got a good sense. Most of the people were in this audience were interested in the cash and collections AI machines. Cash AI machine is customer is making a payment, you have to receive that payment, and then there is a lot of manual task of making sure the payment amount is exact, closing out that invoice in the ERP. That's one thing that we kind of heard from a lot of people. Complexity comes, customers don't send payment advice, etc. So just a heads up check, how many shared service centers here are doing cash apps? I see 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, great, excellent. How many of you customers send payment advices always when they make a payment? Anybody one of these people? I saw some background for hands. How many of you customers send payment advices that I am making a payment for invoice number this for $900? Go ahead.
Yeah,
they send 100% of time?
We reach out to them for if somebody is not sending or delaying sending, or do we want to account for their cash?
You reach out to them for this thing. How many of them make short payments but not the full payments?
Yeah, sometimes they deduct.
Sometimes they deduct also, right? All of that work has managed, okay. So those are some of the problems we see in the cash application, this thing. On the collection, how many people manage collections from the shared service centers here? I see 1, 2. So collection is not that popular. I saw a few more people that spoke to me. So we'll talk a little bit about those also. But short payments, collections, etc. These are some examples we are going to talk about. Again, some examples of benefits that our AI machines are delivered. For Reckitt and Sanofi, they had very similar problems with what you spoke about. Payment advices, they have not come, or they have come in a different format. It's an email, it's an Excel, it's a PDF. Or payment came as a phone call to my collector, and now why are you calling me again, right? So how do you manage this thing? So we are typically able to handle 85 to 90% of that work by an AI machine that liberates your team to do some value add more work of this part, right? Best in class, we are hitting at now close to 98% automation hit rate, where there is no human intervention. Sometimes invoice, even when the invoice is not paid fully or multiple invoices are paid in one application, my AI machine is able to detect those things. We'll show you some of those examples. Another example we give is collections. I saw some hands go up where we have collections handled over here. But cash and collections also work hand in hand. when a customer tells a collector, even if the collector is based in US, that I'm going to make a payment on next month, when the next month payment comes in, Cash App can recognize that and make those payments. So we'll show you some of those examples. So having set the context of what we do and why we're doing something like this, now I'll show you some demos of AI machine. In this demo that you will see a human talking to a machine. I will encourage you to look beyond that a little bit, because AI is far deeper than just a human voice communication that's happening between the machine and the human, right? One of the things that you will see is AI machine for collections does not focus on whose amount is due today, right? AI machines predicts whose amount will be due 30 days from now. So it ahead of time it figures out that's the amount that is due. AI helps human track all the notes being taken, capture the notes of somebody, follow-up action items being taken over there, right? So that's how the AI machines work. So that all the human, and our last speaker spoke about, right? How does a human work with a machine to make your job a lot faster? We are helping you do the job that you're supposed to do a lot more cheaper, better, faster on this part. So with that, I'll play this video. I'll just check the audio is also coming. Audio, please. Yeah. All right, so they're setting up the technology for audio. That is not AI enabled, looks like. So we'll give them some minute to do this thing. Any questions I can answer for people meanwhile? So I saw 8-9 hands go up for Cash App, but only 4 or 5 hands go for collections.
For different industry.
Yeah.
Say for example, so if you have a defined strategy, so when you go for, say for example, I come from consumer healthcare, right? So the collection strategy for consumer healthcare and pharma is little different, or is it the same that you follow, and then you will have the clients to follow the product collection strategy, or you will customize it?
No, we go far deeper. We actually do collection strategy. The AI machine does one-on-one collection strategy. So for your top payers, we'll do collection strategy for each one of them. So for example, AI machine can tell this particular customer always pays on 18th of the month. So collection strategy will be 15th, send them a reminder, for example, right? So it is not only industry specific, it is specific to each customer you're going to get paid from.
Yeah, say for example, when you do a collection strategy, you will look at the bad payer or good payer, whatever it is, right? So some of the clients that you work with, they say, I don't want to send a reminder as such, because I don't want to disturb a customer who is paying me on time, okay, 18th or whatever the date, right? So in that case, when you configure the system, you configure in the way that you can, activate and deactivate, or is it something different?
Absolutely, yes. So, when we go live with you, first 90 days we tune the AI machine to your customers and your requirements, how it works with that. So those rules can be set up that do this and don't do this only if this can be there. And the AI machine learns also on its own. Customers who pay regularly, AI machine will tell you don't bother them. Go focus on customers who don't pay regularly first. And that's where our AI-driven aging also comes through. We help you predict who you need to follow up on, who will not pay 30 days from now, and your accounts will go past you.
We'll have the potential defaulters also identified, right?
We will predict who will likely default also,
yeah.
Yes. Are we ready now? Audio? Okay, sounds like we have one more question that we can do. Go ahead.
Just wanted to ask you, as far as government business is concerned, a lot of private management would be good. When it comes to government and government-related collections, how does it fit into that equation?
Government as somebody who has to pay you?
Yeah, we are sellers to the government. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So we are sellers to the government, and we track government. Government is tender based, and you know the whole government process.
Yeah.
These collections which fall due, and most of the time we land up extending credits. And how does the entire government payment part managed?
Yeah. So easy way to think about it is whatever you're doing humanly, right? If you have infinite number of humans helping you out, whatever you will do, those things can be done by the AI machine. That's the easy way to think about it, right? What cannot be done by humans, we can't do, right? If the government will not pay on time, government will not pay on time. That we can't change.
What I meant was, you tend to reset credits, you tend to change dates, you tend to probably, we know government is never going to be on time.
Correct.
So the initial setting which happens progressively starts getting changed. So that also has to get reported in your reports.
That is correct.
So I just wonder how that's kind of handled.
Yeah. So extending credits, changing credits also, I think one of the modules I showed was a credit module. All of that is also part of this thing. How much credit you want to give to government, when it is time to increase the credit limit that you have given to a customer, for example, government, all of that is also part of the AI machine that can do. Some of those things you can automate yourself, some of those things you can override in the machine that you have.
So there is an escalation matrix as well when you each time go and edit it, and then
there is a workflow matrix approach available, and that workflow can be automated depending on rules you set up, or you can do it manually.
Thank you.
Okay, team, we are ready now?
Just a quick question on the, say for example, so this is one of the top-notch product in the industry. Just wanted to understand, apart from the DSO, say for example, you're pitching it for a cash-rich company, so their priority may not be the DSO improvement, right? So how do you strategize, and then, how do you what is your strategy in terms of selling the product? Because
sorry, repeat the question.
say for example, I'm not very keen on working capital improvement, okay? I'm a cash-rich company, I have enough funds and blah, 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 right? So what is your strategy in terms of, apart from the DSO improvement, so what is the solution can offer to them for those kind of clients?
So the question, I don't know if everybody could hear in the background, question was, if I'm a cash-rich company, how do you justify adopting AI technology? So two parts to it. In the slide that I showed you 5-6 different benefit areas, FT automation, customer experience, etc. Those are some additional benefits that you get from using the technology. That's one. Second, even if you're a cash-rich company, you can put that money in a treasury bond and make 5-6% on that, right? So why do you want to put that in a working capital in your bank and not collect money from your customers faster? You are a cash-rich company, put it in treasury bond and get 5% off your balance sheet. Those are two things that help you. Yeah.
You're pitching in, and then I know that some of the clients, they say, what is it you offer apart from the DSO improvements? Is there specific things that you can share maybe during the presentation?
Yeah, in the benefit statement, so when we typically work with customers, there are 4 areas of benefits we talk about. FT automation, which is how much labor we can help you redeploy. DSO savings, how much we can give you that. 2, 3, customer experience improvement, because you avoid all the back and forth with your customers. Now you have AI machine managing all of this. That's 3rd area. And 4th is visibility and control. How many calls were made by your collectors? How many calls were made, invoices were closed out? Which segment of customers are not paying for some reason, right? So visibility and control. Those are 4 different benefits areas that customers look at. Insights that. Sorry, which company are you from, sir? Sorry? Hello. Okay, let's definitely talk offline.
So when we talk about cash application, here.
Yeah, okay.
When we talk about cash application, auto application of cash is something which we do give us the receipts, and we struggle with that. And is there something which you have worked with your clients to improve the auto application of cash wherever you don't get these details from the customers?
Correct. Which company, sir?
I represent Fossil.
Fossil, yeah. A lot of customers don't, and that is where AI machine also comes in. I'll give a simple example. If a customer has got a payment advice, AI machine can predict what likely invoice this is from, right? And if it can predict certainly with high certainty, it will go close it out on its own. If it can predict with only 60% confidence, it will tell you 60% this is it. Your cash application analyst can say yes or no on this part. So a lot of automation can be done in those situations, also by using the AI machine.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a
Good morning, Samantha. Welcome to work.
Audio.
Let's see what
Volume.
impact you can make with
Increase.
collections today. Welcome to your work board. You could call accounts I have identified as critical, send some of you automated email correspondence, review new credit applications, or the latest credit risk updates.
Let's get started with the calls first.
Sure. Bringing up your call work board in a second. Welcome to your call work board. You have 27 customers to call today. I have already prioritized these accounts based on my AI-enabled prediction of their aging 30 days from now. For instance, Permalink has one broken payment commitment for $68,000 and has
Can you
more
pause
than
for a second?
50% of their
Is it audible in the back? Yes? Okay, great. Excellent.
aging bucket, growing to 43% of their total open invoice value. They also have no upcoming payment commitments which you might want to touch upon on the call. They have already reached 85% of their credit limit and you could use this to negotiate payment. Jeremy Jones, Manager of Accounts Payables, is your key contact at this account. Let me know when you are ready to get started.
All right, let's call Jeremy.
Sure, I will stand by to take notes.
Hi, this is Jeremy at Permalink.
Hi, Jeremy. This is Samantha from Pentacor. I was expecting to receive payment for $68,000 yesterday. Just calling to check whether you've already made the payment.
Hi, Samantha. Really sorry about that. My manager has been out sick the last few weeks and he missed approving your payment. You will have to wait till the first week of March for him to get back.
Well, I just wanted to let you know that you have over $60,000 in invoices, which are over 30 days past due. And I might have to escalate. Your credit utilization is already at 85%, and new incoming orders are likely to get blocked.
Yeah, no, I understand. See, I am only authorized to process payments up to $30,000. I would have got your payment approved, but my manager just fell sick and has been out of the office.
Well, Jeremy, let's see what we can do here. I'm seeing 2 invoices which total up to around $28,000. Could you help me with payments for these, since these are well within your authorization limit?
Sure, I can do this by next Tuesday. Could you please send me the invoices?
Sure, sending them to you right now. You should be receiving an email.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jeremy. I will be looking forward to the payment on Tuesday for 2 invoices for $28K.
Thanks. Have a nice day.
That was a great first call to start the day with. I have already captured the key action items from the call. I will create a payment commitment and set a reminder for you to follow up with Jeremy. Are you good with these?
Thanks, please save these.
All right. I have drafted a summary email for you to send to Jeremy by using an available template from the library. I have also attached the invoices they need to refer to. Let me know if you are good with this email and I will send this out.
This looks good. Please send this.
Done. Let's keep the day rolling. Here's your next customer.
So, what you saw over here is machine predicts who is going to not pay. Machine tells you these 5 customers you need to make a phone call, these 10 customers just send a cold email, these 10 customers don't even bother doing something on. When you're talking to the customer, machine follows the conversation and captures the key phrases that the customer said. I will make the payment first week of next month. I will make $38,000 payment at that time, right? All of those are promised to pay captures. Machine captures those scenarios and gives you next steps, actions to do on this part, right? Now, I saw a lot of people didn't raise a hand on collections, so this may not be relevant to people who don't do collections over here, but I wanted to just show you the power of the collection AI machine that will help you, even if your collection is happening not here in India, but happening out of your main head office in this thing. Next demo that we'll show you is Cash App, where a lot more people raise their hands on. Is that a question there?
Just one question. This is in terms of language, how many languages that supports?
Multiple languages are supported, but what we also notice over there is this product is now being rolled out in US, China, Japan, all these countries also. Europe, we have lots of customers on this part, so a lot of language is supported over there also. But having said that, I'll also tell you one thing. When we show this demo to a VP, he loves the language. When I show the actual collectors and actual cash analysts, their keyboard skills are far faster. This thing, right? So that's why when I started this demo, I started to look beyond the language communication. It's what they love about the feature is prioritization of who to call on, capturing the promise to pay. All those things are very important for actual collectors on the ground. Similar AI capabilities in cash application scenario. And team, I am not here to say this is what you will need, right? We are here to show you how far AI is going, and therefore you need to be aware of these trends and see which one of these AI machines. We have 8 AI machines that we currently sell, and we build 2 more every year. Look at some of these AI machines, like maybe you need something in record to report, maybe you need something in treasury, maybe you need something in credit approval. A lot of AI capabilities, very advanced AI capabilities are coming down the pipe. So this is just to whet your appetite. Many of these scenarios may or may not be applicable to you. But this one is talking about scenarios that you asked in the background, no remittance advice or remittance advice with multiple invoices in one shot, etc. How will AI machine handle some of these scenarios? You play the audio, please. Yeah, thank you.
Match payments to open invoices and co-deductions on a daily basis. These repetitive, clerical tasks not only slow down cash posting, but you end up dedicating an army of analysts just to apply cash. With HighRadius Cash Application Cloud, organizations can achieve more than 95% straight-through cash posting across all payment and remittance formats. With automated cash posting, your cash application analysts can focus on strategic tasks such as credit or collections management, reducing DSO and bad debt. AI-powered Cash Application Cloud auto-matches incoming payments to open invoices, even in exceptional scenarios such as with incorrect or incomplete remittances. You can eliminate 100% bank lockbox key-in fees by accurately capturing check remittances with an AI-based optical character recognition engine. Additionally, Cash Application Cloud automatically extracts remittances from emails, EDIs, customer web portals, and third-party AP portals. And whenever customers do not send remittance information, Cash Application Cloud uses AI to recommend invoices to post the cash against. Cash Application Cloud analyzes past payment behavior and the open invoices to make recommendations for the set of invoices that are most likely to be linked to the incoming payments. In case there's a short payment, Cash Application Cloud identifies it and auto-maps customer reason codes to your ERP-specific reason codes to ensure 100% of short payments are tagged with the right dispute reason code and routed to the right analyst for faster review and resolution. More than 600 global organizations have...
So, I just showed you a couple of scenarios of demos, etc. This technology, there are a lot more demos available. You are not the only ones in shared service centers in India. We have Bayer, ABN Bev, Mondelez, Unilever, IG. These are all shared service centers in India using this technology. It's not something pie in the sky, US is doing this, should I do this in India or not? These shared service centers here in India are using it, and then many of you have global shared service centers in Philippines and Poland, etc. But very active technology being used in global shared service centers across many other industries also. These are not the only demo scenarios available. If you go to our website, there are about 20 more scenarios for AI being used in finance shared service centers that you can see on our website. Either go there or we have a booth outside, come to our booth, we'll show you some more demos that are more relevant to you, that will get you more excited on what you can possibly do with your technology. That is all from my side. I'll go back to you as I promised in the beginning of the session. With AI, something like this, will it give a better experience to your customers? Excellent, thank you, Naveen. Will it help you save operational costs? Yeah, excellent, very good. I see a lot more people saying yes to that. Will it help you save DSOs? Will it help you collect money faster from your customers? Yes. Awesome. Thank you. That's all I wanted to accomplish today. You have been very kind.
Can we please have a big round of applause? Thank you so much, Mr. Gupta.